WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colette Boyd. Here's a look at the top stories we're following today. Nurses at Ascension Genesis in Grand Blanc Township could possibly be walking out this month. The Teamsters Local 332 union telling the hospital members will strike May 20th if there's no contract agreement. In a statement, Ascension Genesis tells TV5 it's implementing a contingency plan to manage the strike, adding it believes the differences are best resolved at the bargaining table. Well, experts are watching a new COVID-19 variant that could threaten to drive a summer surge. Since mid-March, the new leading COVID variant called KP.2 now makes up over a quarter of cases in the U.S. Before that, it was just 1%. Early lab tests show that the variant might be better at evading our immune defenses and could be slightly more infectious than previous variants. The CDC says COVID cases don't appear to be on the rise right now, but it would take several weeks to see if this variant does lead to a sharp increase in cases. Consumers Energy installing a record number of smart tech devices to improve reliability. It will install nearly 3,000 line sensors this year. They predict problems on the energy grid and alert crews in real time on exact locations for outages. Consumers will also install more than 100 automatic transfer reclosures. The devices isolate outages and reroute power in different directions. Consumers estimate that SATRs, well, they prevented outages for nearly 70,000 customers last year. Now here's Diane with a look at your forecast.
We have a little bit of a divide in our weather for today, and it's really based on where you spend the afternoon. As some of us are looking at sunny skies, others are looking at thunderstorms. We're finding that it's north of US 10 that here for the early afternoon you have the better chance of seeing that rainfall. But as we go in towards that early evening, 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when a lot of us are getting home from work. You're going to find that we still have some thunderstorms possible in our northern counties, but we're also starting to see development coming in from the Tri-Cities or just a little bit south of there and then extending off towards the thumb. So we're going to be watching to see how any lake boundaries play with any of these thunderstorms as they may try to take off, bringing in some gusty winds within some of our stronger storms. But the severe weather risk is very much limited for us even into the afternoon or the nighttime rain, because you're still going to see that rainfall sets up along Huron County and still trying to get into the Great Lakes Bay region. So with that boundary settling further south, we'll keep some rain chances in through tomorrow morning. We're going to find though that a lot of that rain is now south of US 10, so it just slowly works its way south, and we're going to continue to keep some scattered rainfall into the middle of Tuesday afternoon. So it's not just going to be the morning, it is going to be through a large portion of the day. But we finally draw out the forecast Tuesday night, keeping it dry for Wednesday morning, and then we slowly bring that sunshine out as we go into the middle of this week. So really depending where we have those boundaries setting up, but also thunderstorms can kind of increase some of those rain chances. You will find that a lot of us are going to be around 1/10 of an inch, maybe even getting up towards a quarter. But if we have that boundary that sets up there across the thumb and then into the Great Lakes Bay region, then we may find some higher totals. But overall, we won't see too much rain to where it won't just kind of go over what we could use, considering that it is planting season. The first solar 7-day forecast shows the rain chances for the rest of today and then still through tomorrow. Wednesday is dry with all that sunshine. However, we do have a temperature drop. Mid-70s from today are not going to hold. We'll be into the mid-60s middle of this week. We do go back into the 70s as we have some rain chances. Friday looks to be the better chance, and we'll watch to see if we can clean up that weekend, because I know you're starting to have plans with the weather warming up.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.